Did you know it is good to undertake to trim a weeping cherry tree for it to become vibrant and successful? The weeping cherry tree is very popular with many gardeners growing them due to its graceful calm and shape. It provides shade throughout the year and beautiful flowers when in bloom. Many gardeners who plant this tree do not know how to trim them. To ensure the crown of the branches remains strong, pruning is required to remove all the weak branches. Make sure you get the pruning time right so that you don't accidentally damage the tree or stunt its growth. Common mistakes to avoid when pruning weeping cherry. There are many common mistakes that gardeners make when pruning this tree. They include cutting the large branches at the point where they meet with the trunk. Though it may seem as though it gets rid of unwanted growth all at once during the shaping process, it makes the branches grow back vertically. This will make them even tougher or more difficult to shape in the future. Work with the flow of the tree branches to protect its natural beauty, making many small cuts rather than a few large intentional snips. Keep your cuts limited to only a few meaningful ones instead of using many of them. The few cuts are easy for the tree to heal from within a short time. To ensure that you have the healthiest tree, avoid these common pruning mistakes that could cause irreparable damage. Step-by-step weeping cherry tree pruning. Step 1. Remove suckers that come from the base of the tree or underground. To access the bottom of the tree, pull the mulch aside and use sharp pruners to cut off the suckers as low as possible. You can't yank them off by hand, you need to use pruners, they are quite stubborn. Don't dig them out with a shovel or you may dig the roots out, thus encouraging more suckers to grow. You can remove these suckers any time of the year. Remember to return the mulch after removing the suckers. Step 2. Prune out the dead or dying branches. Remove all the dead or dying branches during winter. Scratch the bark to see where live wood starts. If it's alive, it will be green, and if dead, it will be brown. You can remove the dead branches at any time, but it is commonly done during winter. Step 3. Remove waterspouts from the tree trunk. If your tree is grafted, you will see swelling near the top of the trunk. Prune off any branches shooting under that point. These branches under the grafting point, if left to grow, will spoil the shape of the tree. Be careful not to slice into the trunk or leave a stub. Do not break any branch off by hand, no matter how small it is. You could tear a bark. Do not fall into the trap of buying sealing creme. The swollen part that held the branch will close the wound. Allow the tree to do its job in healing its wounds without applying other elements. Again, do not cut into the tree trunk, simply cut where the branch starts, then it will heal fast. You can prune the waterfronts any time of the year. Step 4. Shaping your weeping cherry tree. You will need to trim your tree to give it an outstanding shape. Trim the branches to about 6 inches long from the ground or shorter. Maintain an umbrella form by pruning out more upright, growing branches. Be careful not to remove more than 25% of the canopy at a time. Prune for shaping just before, during, or immediately after flowering. Finally, have fun trimming your weeping cherry tree. If you enjoy the process, your tree will also enjoy growth. Cherries are fast-growing trees. If you happen to prune wrongly, don't beat yourself up. New branches will grow again. Improper pruning can lead to the loss of your weeping cherry tree. Following the step-by-step guide on how to trim should help you get the right results. With a bit of practice, this task will become less daunting and more enjoyable. And the results of your work shall be evident with every blooming season. Remember to carefully prune the root or two as well as the tips of the cascade to create a breathtakingly beautiful, ornamental flowering tree. What are you waiting for? Grab your sharp pruners and get to work. And while at it, have fun and talk to your tree. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.